Welcome to the Breakfast Club. My name is Darren Hancock, and we are here live on the 24th of July, 2024. And what a day. What a day it has been overnight. Quite the drop for us. Our upside objective was definitely not in the cards. These equal highs and that upside objective was not in the cards yesterday, not even the top of that fair value gap. The candles pretty much respected the consequent encroachment of that and then just left dodge on us. So let's start at the 4 hour. Let's start at the daily here. So we're still looking for this downside objective here now. We can come back to here, the consequent encroachment. Tap an old low, and then continue driving down through into this fill of the fair value gap. So make sure we've got right. Yeah, sorry, just checking some accounts. So anyway, yeah, that's the daily. Let's look at the 4 hour one over here. 4 hour. We can get back into here. 19,657. Come back and fill this. You can still go lower. What we want to see is this continue on the downside, and if we do see a reversal, we're looking for this to fill, fair value gap to form, transfer through it on a Thursday. So tomorrow we'd like to see this continue driving down today, come back and give us our reversal on Thursday. There's nothing to go on there on the 1 hour just yet. If we can return to this fair value gap here, just touch above it, continue going lower. See where we are in the 1 minute already. Here's the reversal in 1 minute. We cleared it. So I'd like to see it. Continue to go up from here. Just got to get through this candle here now that we've taken that low. Still bouncing off of here. It's going to drive through there, yeah. Okay. So I'm looking for, in the midterm, the short term here, I'm looking for higher prices. They run above here. Get a break in structure here, and we do get a continuation. I'm looking for that 689. It's another 40 handles or so. The question is, will we hit 654 and freeze on that and come back down again? So even the S&P, let's have a look at that one. Different situations. See, one made a lower low and the other one didn't. See that? We have a higher low and NASDAQ did a lower low. So there's a divergence between the two on the hourly chart and the daily chart and the 4 hour as well, I would imagine. Yeah. So whether or not this is holding price, and we've got the reversal, we look for a reversal in this, I think. And it's right here. Body closed above it. Come back, tap it. Continue higher. Order block. Fair value gap fill. Range. Optimum trade entry reversal. Or optimum trade entry. That's probably 70% or more right there. 79%, right on the money. Right on the money. Come back to the order block, continue going higher. That breaker right there, came all the way back down inside it again. Looking to go higher. I want to see the mean threshold. See how it's frozen on the mean threshold there? It comes back up, sits on it. That's what you want to look for. Does that level provide support, and do we start to push through it? So we're looking for this to go higher now. Now, the next range you want to pull through is from here to here. Well, we've already got that. It's the next one. If we start clearing here, you're looking for that next range up here. So 50% will put you just around the mean threshold of this breaker here. So keep your eyes on that level. Dow Jones. That's the box we drew yesterday. And it will come down into. And voila, we are there. We are there, my friends. We are there. So what we do from this box here now, if we trade through it, come back into it, lower. If we find support off of this, there's a rebalance there. So let's look at the daily and see what there's 4 hour. Yes, it did make a lower low. So ES was the only one that did not make a lower low. So Dow Jones and Dow both make lower lows, but ES does not. This has been filled. We have a small pocket down here. On the daily chart. I want to see it get below that, find some support at that, continue pushing lower. Let this become an inversion on the 4 hour. I'm going to leave that box there because I want to see if that, how we play off that box. One more. Oil. There's that box we said we'd run into yesterday. And look at it, right to the money. Anything we have left on a 4 hour chart. And then we have if we clear here on the upside, and that candle right there, you want to find some support off of that. We'll get back into the range. You want to break structure to the upside and go higher. So I'm waiting to see how this acts inside this whole area here. If we get a further drawdown, that's my next objective. And if we continue to drive up from here, if this is the low, you might get a 3 more drives down. So 1, 2, 1 more drive down into the third, create a little fair value gap. Then this is the structure break we want to see. This high. And this will be the one we'll be aiming for. If not, it'll be this one. Or we'll just continue going lower. So we'll keep an eye on it here. Mean threshold, see if that's a level that interests you. It's around there, so we've hit that right now. It's oil. Morning talk. Hans. GP, good morning. Adi. Mohammed, good morning. This is a huge gap from Tokyo to NQ, and yes, it is. Good morning, Joe. And Mr. Pips. They used to call me Mr. Pips. Mr. Pips. Like it. I used to have that on my water bottle at work. Mr. Pips. It's the love trading Forex. Curryfish, good morning. Sorry, where are we at? I'm getting a little scattered this morning. Okay, so we have a reversal here. We're trading right up into it right there. Just hit it right there. So if you want your perfect one, right there. So I'm expecting that to go down now. So I'm going to go, just going to do a little short one on that one. What we could be doing is just coming back down to tap this here, which you've already done. So kind of stuck in no man's zone here. I'd like to see this reversal now and start taking us back down into here. That's gonna, this could go higher. I can argue both directions, take the hit. I can argue both directions on that. So I'm going to wait and see what happens. You have to wait for this to take the high out so you can say, yep, carry on. Or just at least take this fair value gap out here on the upside and go higher. Or we could be just heading back lower inside this range. Look for 50%. We're probably close to 50% of that range already. And we're already over it. So too many arguments for either direction for me. This has a feel that if this continues, it has like a 51% going higher than coming lower. Even though you see a nice little reversal there, coming back to this, give yourself, and you're entering in below 50%, right? So you're not really getting a discount or a premium for a discount. If it continues down, no big deal. This is where you start, you don't beat yourself up if this comes rocketing down now. You don't beat yourself up and say, well, why didn't you take it? I should have taken it. I just said I could argue both directions, so I don't care what it does now. But if this does do what it's doing right now, continuing to go down, because we had the reversal, you want to see these, a fill of this fair value gap here. And then you want to see this low get taken and start digging back into this discount array down here. I don't see anything that initiates the run down in here other than this here. So if we come back into this order block, consider yourself lucky. If you run the lows, great. Pay yourself at the lows. Pay yourself at the order block. The fill. That's a 5-minute chart. What's the hourly look like? Ah, that looks different. That looks better now. That looks like it's going higher, right? I could argue that one for a high. If we come back and fill this, this would be a long. See the reversal here? That body trades above it. You don't get a chance to get in on it. It does dip down into this gap here, but that was before. Mind you, is that already above? What's the low of that candle? 700. The low of this candle is 730. So it did trade above it. I got this wrong. 700. We want the open 700. Just right on the money. So there's nothing that it gave you that it's traded above. Now come back down into it. So now you saw that one close above it here. You wait for this one. Traded above it here. Now we're coming back to it here. There's your entry for a long. And look for 50% of that range. So if we do get that little pullback you're seeing on the 5-minute chart, like here, you get the little reversal. Look for that little range there. What I want to see now is this range, this get traded through, tapped, and then go higher. And that will be your long on your hourly as well. So kind of look at that if you guys are trading Forex pairs right now. On the 5-minute, I don't have a 5-minute on here, so we'll put on 1 minute. See how we went through it? Came back to it. Start pushing lower. From there to there. That will be like a downside objective right there. I'll see if that works. I'm just going to be interested to go back to that one. Pound. Pound has its reversal right there. You've come back, you've just tapped it right there. It's in the same situation. I bet you if we go to the hourly, Well, that's the daily. That was the daily. So we have a reversal happening on the daily. So if we get, see, we've already come down to this old high here. We've come down to the encroachment of the daily fair value gap. And we're getting a nice reaction off of that. You want to see this take out yesterday's high. Use that as a support level. And then start, it's got to get through here and get through here to go higher. Otherwise, just to return back into this, fill that fair value gap, then reverse and come down. So you got a couple of days yet. This could be today's run up. Thursday's reversal and come back down again. So the ideal spot for me would be right here. You give it some wiggle room and go right to that order block right there. Aussie dollar came down into the fair value gap once again. Found some bounce off of that. That's the daily. I wonder what that's going to do for. You've got a small reversal going on here right now. You want to see a structure break though. I guess you could consider this. We've come back in, we've tapped that fair value gap. So the line in the sand is right here. Session open. And get back to session open. That would just take out these lows here. Tap it. Start running higher. Otherwise, we're still bearish. This is bullish right now. More bullish even in this bearish environment for this little liquidity pool above us here on the hourly. Let me put some lines in here so we have reference if I'm right. If not, we're looking for further down prices to at least here, and then we'll see how that acts inside here. Right now I'm more bullish than bearish for the short term on the hourly chart. Don't forget, that's the one I'm on. So if you're on the daily and you're saying I'm full of crap, you're not on the same time frame as me. Just this time frame. Hourly, I'm bullish for the short term right now for Aussie dollar. The Bitcoin. We're looking for it to dig down into that fair value gap yesterday, and it dug in there, took out these old lows. I'd want to see this. This must have been an old. I'm looking for this here now. Sell side liquidity would be right there. On buy side, I wouldn't want to see it go past that. The 50% ideally is where you want to see that stop on that wick. Come back, just hit this. Remember we're talking about rebalancing that. Come back, rebalance this, which is done. Now you can get a wick and start to come back down here. So look for the lower time frames for some sort of reversal to happen. Right there. Took out a high reversal. Bodies trade through it, trade into it, trade into it. One more time. Exit lows. Aiming for liquidity below the market and then eventually down here. So watch this. We've now taken out these lows. So every time you take out a low, you look for this fair value gap. Are we trading above it? Or are we just trading back into a range that you can go short on? So you have your, that small, we talked about this yesterday. Somebody was asking me about the ranges that you're in, and when you have two different fair value gaps inside the range, you use the premium one. If you break the premium one, that's the one you're going to confirm that you're going to go back higher, along with the break-in structure as you're going higher. So if you just saw this here and said, okay, I've got my reversal, then the next candle it traded through it, and you go, oh, we're still going lower. So it goes lower. Then it comes back up. You have a little fair value gap sitting here. It trades through it and then comes all the way back down, because if you're looking for your entrance and it goes all the way through you and you go, oops, I'm on the wrong side of this. I'm not going long. Your stop loss is sitting right here. That's where you entered. You go, oh, I'm wrong. Comes back, opens, comes back, gives you one opportunity to get yourself out of your trade right there. And then, or get back on side. Say I'm on, this side I'm supposed to be on because I've traded through this already. So these are the moments where that fail-safe works really well for you. So you see that one there, and you've traded through it here, and you've traded back into it here, and we're going higher. So slightly bullish now. So you're aiming for that high there. Watch the mean threshold of this candle. It is a breaker because it's higher. Its close is higher than that. Here's a swing, swing, takes out that low, takes out that low, breaker. We're in the mean threshold of it already. So I like the idea that we're going to eat through this now, because we just literally came back. Tap, tap. Here's this cam model. We haven't got a cam model entry there. That would have been nice to see that one just wick down and tap the cam model 1 entry and then continue higher. So I'm more bullish at Bitcoin right now for the time being. On the 1 hour chart, I'm bullish. If we can stay above this, find support here and continue pushing higher. I do not want to see this candle get taken out. You can come back to it. You want to see that pushed higher for this fair value gap above you. So that's where my I'm going to put right at the rejection block right there. And we'll see what happens there today. Soybeans. Look at those soybeans. I do like soybeans right now for bullishness. In the last couple of days, we've had this little fair value gap right here, and an imbalance right there. We came back. We broke through here. We took out this high, or this candle's high here, and we've just traded back inside it. And now you're looking to go higher. So I like soybeans higher for 109.72 for soybeans. I'll put that as mine. We'll see how that goes. I don't want to see it come down. If it does, look for the mean threshold of this candle, which is also this little imbalance right here. I'd want to see something like this for a downside. No more than that. That's the range I want to see us running in today. The soybeans. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful wheat play right there. On the 1 hour. So we went up. See this little reversal here? Let me make this bigger. Wheat, see this right here? Trade through it, come back to it. Perfect entry right there. Nice big run up. Inside that range, pay yourself on the way up. That's a nice little wheat play there. Sugar. Downside objective is still here. We're still looking for that to come down. Yesterday it kept coming, so far good for sugar. Coffee, we said was bouncing around inside here, right? We finally broke running below it here. Now if we find some support at this, we're looking for these lows to get taken out and coffee to run down with the liquidity pool below the market here. Imbalance sitting right there. There's lots of downside objectives for coffee. Live cattle, we're starting to get that run back up. We've got a gap above, fair value gap here. Let me make that a little bigger. So let me get rid of all this crap here. Indecision, so higher, lower. Then we finally gapped up above it. You want to see this level here get taken out on the upside, and it did. Literally opened up on it today, closed yesterday on it. Is that a daily? Yeah. Closed yesterday on above it. We've come back to it here. Let's put this guy in here. Take, oh, closed above it, on it. Now you're looking for higher prices. Buy side liquidity sitting here. This is still sideways. If lumber finds support here, look for higher prices. I don't want to see this start closing in. Found support off of that. Yeah, I'd like to see that hold here now. Start getting above this breaker here. So I'm looking for higher prices here. No more than the mean threshold of that candle. 474 lumber. And lean hogs are still sitting flat on that. And gold. Gold gave you a beautiful reversal this morning. See that there? There's the reversal. We came back in, give it a nice little tap, and kaboom. That's a big money maker right there. You would have saw that one. Let's say you didn't. You say, okay, I missed that one. And you wait. You wait for this breaker here to get taken out. And I wait for this candle here. So you get, it gets taken right there on a close. And you want to see it come back to the high of this swing. And it doesn't. So yeah, you would have missed it. Yeah. That's the only opportunity you would have had this morning to see it cleanly anyway. broker. There's several different ones I use for TradingView. ThetaWave and yeah, just ThetaWave is who I use, but it's different like Apex and yeah, just Apex is all I'm trading through TradingView right now / ThetaWave. Like I use that broker on, I think that's the question you're asking me. So I have Apex accounts and I trade I trade through TradingView on ThetaWave. And the Top Step, I use Top Step X. I use their platform. I have that one over here. Ooh, that was a crazy bit of news there. Russell, good morning. Tommy, good morning, buddy. Oh, remember that one we were talking about? If it comes back into here, it just did. Right there. It said, "Oh, I haven't forgot you." Ripped right back there. Clipped it. Ironic. That's gold. Let's go back to the main attraction here. Bull trap. See that? You're going in that one for a short or for a long. You just traded below this consolidation. And you go, okay, I'm going to go long there. Comes back in, gives you your ideal entry there. And then goes, boop, trades below you. You go, oops, I'm on the wrong side of that. I better get out. Moment it trades back into me, I'm out right there. You got to be quick to see it. But that's the fail safe. That's the fail safe. So even if you're on the wrong side of this one here, if you pick the wrong side, some people say, well, that shit didn't work there. Huh? You're right, it didn't work. But that's what the fail safe's for. You thought this would be a nice little, you know, take out these lows, reversal. Did trade above, came back inside. So let's say you went in, your ideal entry has to be here. That's the way the failsafe works perfectly for you. Otherwise, you just cut back on your losses the moment you come back into it. You don't take a maximum hit, in other words. Or sorry, down here if that's where your stop loss was. So if you come in here and you go, I'm going long, I'm aiming for these highs initially, and then you want to pull the range. Always aim for the most immediate high first. So it would have come down, froze right on you there, and you go, ooh, that's not good. Wicked down. That should make you nervous. Gave you a bit of a squeeze. Opened up and then continue going higher. Finally hit the first objective. So you get paid there, if that's what you're aiming for. And then, I know it looks like I'm form fitting it, but you must aim for your first objective. Should be the first immediate high that you're taking out, because that's the small range you're inside. So if you decide to take some there, move to break even, it would have come back and taken you out. Let's say you didn't know. Let's say you didn't take anything there. You're aiming for way over here somewhere. It came back down, closed below you here, and you go, I'm on the wrong side of that. That's my line in the sand. So it opened, it gave you one opportunity to get out right there or get back on track to go lower. If that makes any sense to you guys. But that's what the fail safe is for. Good morning. Good morning, Derek. Christoph, Ohio, could you the tape reading on ISGR stock near all-time high? Is there a standard deviation coming 1, 5, or 2 for ISRG? What's that? ISRG. This one? Surgical. So you immediately go to the highs and lows and look for where the swings occurred. So here, you trade through it, look for this one here. You gapped out right through it. Wow. What am I on? Oh, that's a 1 minute chart. Let's go to it. When you're trading stocks, I like to go to dailies. Because let's face it, if you're staying in a stock, you're staying in it for a long time. I don't worry about volume. I don't believe in the volume theory stuff. Never trade on volume. So it hit an all-time high and it's ripped right up here. What can I tell you about this one? Here's another one of those examples of if it's not a swing, it's just a change in direction or a continuation in this case. There's the fair value gap, trade above it, come back into it. Your ideal entry is to continue going long. First objective. Then all of a sudden it closes below it and you go, wait a second, I'm on the wrong side of that. It comes back in, gives you an opportunity to get out or get online with, and then you're aiming for 1, 2, 3 objectives. And boom, comes all the way down to here. We have a reversal. We've taken all these lows out here now. And then it gapped literally straight up. Nothing. I've got nothing for you, man, other than more upside. I want to see this. It would have to close below this today. Come back, find support inside this level. And again, your ideal entry would be right there at 459. And if he closes above, comes back and taps on you again, you've got this little imbalance right here. So I want to see it close below that level right there today with a bold candle and then come back into it. 1, 2 in here, and then 3 would be the rest of that imbalance or the gap. You could just trade the gap. I do like the imbalance though. What's the weekly look like? Weekly's got lots of weeks before you consider a big rush to back down again. I'd like to see that a weekly candle finish here. The next one drop all the way down through this, come back, find support at it, and then continue pushing down if you're looking for a run down. But the stock obviously looks like it's got lots of upward momentum now, so don't try to predict the high. You'll get your ass handed to you if you try to predict the high. Looking at what I'm looking at here, I'd like to see something significant below that candle. I'd like to see a big drop below here. And then keep this in mind here. All you're doing is coming back to this old high, get some support, and continue pushing out. You don't even want to see this fill in. You want that to stay gapped open. But if it does come back inside, first objective would be here. If you're keying off of this imbalance here right now, and you said, well, it comes back in here, I'm going short on that, that's fine. You go short term, First objective would be here for me. But I wouldn't, I see what you're doing with the imbalance. I see your imbalance here. See that there? You trade back into it for a short into here. All these guys already literally on it. Yeah. Be careful. It's very bullish. Obviously a very bullish stock right now. Yeah, I could argue both directions, so I wouldn't take anything in there right now. But if you are shorting that, you're a brave man. Look for these equal highs again and back into that the top of that gap. This breaker here, these candles taking out that low. If you look at that as the low. No, didn't take the low. We've got this one here. That would be the breaker. So right into here. I'm going to say right there. Put it on your chart. Let me know if it turned out. If that's the downside objective. I can argue both sides of that. So it'll be interesting to see if you get down there. One, 5, or 2. I don't understand your 1, 5, or 2, Christoph. Your question there, Christoph. 1, 5, or 2. Are you talking about 1, 5, or 2 minute chart? Sorry, it was kind of a vague answer because it's a very, it looks like a strong stock. So I wouldn't want to counter trend it too long. Let's get back to this guy. Know the max objective with fib. Is there a standard deviation coming 1, 5? Okay, I see what you're saying. Sorry, I'm not going to do this with everybody all the time. Just kind of curious. More inclined to pull from down here. It's 4.5 standard deviations from here. I haven't got one for you there, buddy. Yeah. You're already at 4 or more, 4.5, I would say. If I was going to there's your first one. Just spitballing here. Just under 500 is my upside prediction on that one. Taking that price leg there for the next price leg up. Let's get back to this here. We've hit the bottom of our daily fair value gap here. We have another one down here. And another one here. Oh, that's 4 hours, sorry. So you have 2 4 hours, one daily right here. Wow, that's really cruising through there. $19,372, 377. $19,377. So if we go E-mini S&P is doing. Found support at here. Dive right back into that imbalance one more time. And ran the highs. There's a little imbalance sitting right here. Like that would have been an objective for me. Looking for, that was sarcasm, by the way. That's why you don't forget to look for these first objectives, the first previous swing, the rejection block in the previous swing. Just always be your objective. One, then another, then another. No different than if you were going back down the other way. You're aiming for these lows as you go down, right? Same thing when you're going back up. So don't just go overshoot and aim for higher. Like I want my liquidity pool way up here. If you're super sniping, you got to, and using these principles, you got to be prepared to start paying yourself right away and move to a break even. Traded below would have finally taken you out there. You didn't get an opportunity on anything other than the wick went through you, and you open above inside that little gap and then went lower. So let's look for 1 hour. What are we looking for? So you're looking for your silver bullet now. See nothing there. We went through the box on a close, so we can get rid of our box now. We'll wait to see how it played out of here, and it's made a distinct move below. We filled this fair value gap down here. Liquidity pool down here. So now you look for opportunities if we don't go down this far for a reversal. And if it doesn't come, keep going in the trend down. Oil's come all the way up to that level that we were looking for. Came up there quite nicely, actually. Look at that. Constant encroachment is all we wanted it to hit, and right on the money. It's almost $1. It's like 80 cents already. 70 cents. I don't know if anybody's, was there anybody out there watching oil at that level where I was calling? Because it hit its smack on the money. Sometimes they can get them nice. Use the power of luck. Nothing here. Fair value gap. Traded above it. Traded below it. Traded above it. Get a chance to get in on it. If you look for this one here. Body closes above it. Find support. Push higher. You want to see the comeback and just tap these old highs here and just push higher now in Forex Euro. Did not get the low we were looking for. It literally traded back through it right here. So when you closed above that there, when we were thinking about this going short, and that closes above, oh, I'm on the wrong side of that. It gapped up. As soon as it starts coming back down, the next part of your decision on your failsafe is once you're here, and let's say it doesn't come back here and get you out. Your decision once it goes down is to say, do I use the open now as my line in the sand? My stop loss is just going to be quickly pulled to here, because you want to say, well, I'm waiting for here or my stop loss to get taken. So I like to say, as soon as it starts to move down, my stop loss will go right to where it started, wherever it opened. And then if it comes back up and taps me, then I'm out. And sometimes the spread alone, just as soon as you move it to that, right away, bang, it gets you. So as you see it start to make that move down, you want to close out your trade right there. If not, like it taken right at the open. That's where I try to aim for anyway. So it's just a small modification to the fail safe. So yours got some incentive to keep moving. That's the upside objective in pound that we're talking about. You see a setup forming. Are you talking about this one right here? Sorry, I'm on the wrong chart. So for me, you'd have to see it breaking structure and take this candle out. Don't get caught in a bear trap. We really haven't hit an objective that we're looking for yet. You want to see this start digging mean threshold, perhaps. That's in the top 25% of that range. So I want to see that climb through here. Find some support. Climb higher. Body trade through this. Come back, find support. Then I'd be more inclined to go bullish on that. Morning, Dave. Going to use the bearish fair value as mitigation block. It gets through their buyers or on the other side. $19,560. I'm sure 19,560 1 minute bearish fair value gap looks like a mitigation block. Morning, Fernando. It still looks like it's a little lower for me. That little wick up there and the pull back down. We've closed below that level again. You've come back, found support at it. I see more downside still. Yeah, no worries, man. So we haven't hit a significant level yet for me for this to be any big reversal. Maybe the midpoint. Chicken with all these spiky candles. Wheat trade turned out nice. If you're into wheat, it's hitting for that upside objective. Old high, recent high. I was golf there yesterday, Derek. You get a lot of people. Probably got another 300 people on the course. It was a bit slow, actually. He's coming at the end of the day. 3:30 and bus until 3. That's long. So you get 2 hours of lull. What's your temperatures like down there? We got some crazy high temperatures here. We're not used to being in the mid 30s. You know, we get a 30-degree day here in Canada. It's a hot day. Mid 80s. Okay. I want to see start getting some momentum here now. Start really driving down. I want to see this last half hour give us a fill of this. And then the 11 o'clock, look for a reversal. Cooler than last week, though. It seems like everybody's getting hot. High temperatures, floods. I mean, like global warming isn't happening. It's where Jamaica got beat up. There's floods up here. High temperatures here. England, man, even England's having heat waves. That's crazy. They didn't have that massive amount of heat when I was there as a kid. It's a lot more rain. They seem to have a lot more heat in the summer than they used to. Well, that's right. You got your air conditioning installed. And now we're all freezing, wrapped up. Assuming you know you got a good air conditioner, like, oh, this is good, honey. Well, we got some good, we spent good money here. Throw me another blanket. Then you go outside and you're like, oh, I'm melting. See how we're just getting wicks up in here? We haven't had a body trade through here yet. And with this big block of liquidity down here now, they're engineering liquidity. They ran that out above it. We haven't seen a structure break yet or a change in direction. Watch right there. This candle here. Oh, it's very tiny. Now we have closed above. So we have a change in direction. Now you want to see this trade below, throw people off. Trade below. So now you go above, below. You want to see this whole bottom here get cleared out first. You don't want to muck around inside little consolidations like this, but for a clean entry. I'm going to wait till 10 o'clock now. They can fart around here all at once. Now we've got below here, so you're more bearish. We got some, we're going in for, my wife and I are part of this study that University of Calgary is putting on, where they do every 3 years, I think it is, they do a full brain scan on you. They have to study, they're trying to study dementia and changes in brain morphology as you age. And they wanted to get candidates in their 50s and then the 80s, and the young ones. And then you do it for life. You just keep going back every 3 years and you get these free MRI brain scans, which we thought was an awesome idea because, you know, they're going to check to find, they do this cognitive test, like a 45-minute cognitive test on you, check your memory, and then they do a brain scan, and they get students and professors, and then they enter your brain in multiple other different studies. So for me, it's great, man. It's an opportunity to keep check on your brain. Well, any new advances they make in neuroscience, you're on the cutting edge. They're looking at stuff to see if they can find anything, and if they find something that they think is measurable, imagine getting a brain scan every 3 years. Worry about brain tumors, they'd be popping up. You'd be catching them suckers really early. So I think it's an awesome idea. I love being part of those these new studies they've got. And I've got enough hardware in my neck. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with the base of the brain for their study. We'll find out, because I've got all this hardware in my neck now from Germany. So we'll see. It shouldn't, I don't think it goes. Sometimes when you watch your MRIs, you get these little, they look like these flashes, these rays coming off of the titanium in your neck, and it affects the MRI, it affects everything. So, and luckily it's not magnetic, so they can pull it out of your head. Here we go. Finally getting our little push down now. Consolidation, trade below, CAM model 1. If you trade above CAM model 2, it's a no-go. If you close above that, there's a CAM model 1 entry right there. So for the last 20 minutes, I want to see this keep pushing through here now. Start reaching for this objective down here. If anybody was interested in that wheat trade that finally hit the objective, taking out that old high there. Bitcoin, we're looking for this objective up here. Looks like it's still running. We called that one last hour, so if you're in that, you're in a nice little dandy run up, almost $1,000 run. Soybeans. That's the daily. There's the sugar. Finally hit our objective we were looking for. That's excellent. Well, so far we're doing well. We're hitting the objectives, and now we're looking for. Well, that one's not really doing a heck of a lot right now. I like it. And wheat finally took that high. Nice. Gold. What's gold up to? Do we have anything in gold that we said? I can't remember what I was saying in gold. One here, above, below. Higher objective. Looking for here now. Looking for that. Right off of here. You count back the times it kept jumping through it. You're gambling if you're saying, okay, yeah, I knew it was for sure going higher from that point on. You didn't know from here. It ran all the way through you here, so you could say, okay, I'm going short. Oh, now I got to go long. You would have been caught multiple times there. Mean threshold. I wanted to see that mean threshold give way. It's got to close above that. It's just wicked above it right here. Hasn't quite hit the rejection block, but so you don't want to short that right now. See how it's going back up? You could argue both directions. Now you're pulling back into that range. I'm going to keep an eye on that one now. Just out of curiosity. Let's look at ES. Still consolidating. You want to see ES get right down into here. Finish off here and then wait for that 11 o'clock. Oh, it'd be nice to see that take a run on these lows. Or at least to the mean threshold of that order block. That's 5510 is the next see if there's any resistance at that level. But we're bouncing off the sell side liquidity I was looking for earlier. So that was the downside objective we marked here. Let's hit it already. So my next objective would be right here. And then you're looking for these lows here. If that gives way on a close, looking for rejection block, wick, low in that order. So this is the kind of thing we're looking for now. We're looking for fair value gaps to start to form near the bottom half of this level. I don't want to see this little tiny micro one here. I want to see a decent displacement. Otherwise, you have to wait for this candle here. That's the bottom right there. So we have that next fair value gap below us here. That's that cam model we were talking about. You've got your cam model finish. Your objective is hit here. I've been jumping in and out of this on the way down. Not even trusting my own analysis. I keep jumping in and out. I was up and up here, catching this out, getting in, getting out, getting out. Just closed off my last one there. And now we're getting close to 11 o'clock. So I want to see a nice big displacement candle, a fair value gap. Oof. Gold's doing well right now. Gold may hit our objective and it's marched nicely higher. So Christoph, I think is what you asked me about this. If you get above this here now, find support at that, look for higher prices. You can argue both sides because this drop below here. Now you're looking for this side up. You're inside that consolidation or that gap there. You got to wait for a while. Maybe several days away. Wheat is on a little tear right now. Are you guys seeing this a cleaner reversal in your other setups like ES maybe? Look to the ES. Let's get ES here. ES is not Dow Jones. Hey, you're welcome, Christoph. Sure. For what it's worth, I don't really know that intuitive very well, but that's a quick analysis. I'd have to dig in there a little bit deeper, but that's my quick analysis on it anyway. For what it's worth. Aussie dollars on a reverse, 1 hour. They're holding that price quite well right off that session open. Yeah, this little reversal right here. We did trade below it though. So you look for this level. If you're in this uncertainty in here, consolidation, you want to say, I want to break structure. There's a little swing point right here. There's your breaker, taking out this little low right here. We trade above it right here. As soon as we trade back into it, then you can get long off of that right there. Unfortunately, what we're looking at here, I want to see this. Well, we just hit it now. You'd want to see this find some support here and start pushing higher. But you don't get excited till you see this break up here for NQ. ES is a mess. It's the 11 o'clock. So if we look for a okay, let's look at this one here. This is reversing here. Took out some highs. Go back into that fair value gap over here. Got a little reversal going there. May not be done with down here. Well, you want to see this get, I want to see a significant structure break up high. We keep you on another plunge down. Lower, they're making their turns. That's taking the lows. So ES taking its low. I don't see a reversal in here yet. Or here. I just see more downside. I don't see any reversal yet. all new lows. This is the only one left to make its new low. Come back into this low or this fair value gap daily. Hit off of here. Well, it was, let's have a look at this one. If you're nimble on this and you caught this correctly, your reversal's here, right? So if you would entered in on this to go long, here's your swing, here's your swing. So you're aiming for that swing or pulling your fib tool inside that, then this one, then this one. You're, nope, not quite equilibrium. Just shy of 50% on that. You pull that whole range. If you entered in here, you're below 50. Hit 50, you're all playing it safe inside there. You're 62%. If you're playing in these small little ranges and you're sniping, it's doable inside these sniping ranges from here to here. Snipe on the way up. And if you get another opportunity to enter in off this guy here, then pull that range again for the higher range and start sniping that on the way up. And if it takes you out here and you come back and find support at that and you start pushing higher again, fair value gap inside a smaller range, again, you may not want to trade that because it's just like 3 candles that make that small little swing point. And then it does not close above there. And then you're looking at this one here. When it closed below there, you go, oops, I'm on the wrong side of this. This is turning on me. If I can get out of here, right there, good. It gives you one opportunity to get out or get back in sync with the market to go back lower. It's all there. If you look at it, you can see it in there, the hallmarks of where it's turning and what fails and what supports price for lower prices. So now you're taking out those old highs. You see that, so your eye instantly goes here and you go, I got to be a little nervous about that now. I got to say, I'm going to say, as soon as that high is taken, my eye goes here. If we trade back through that on a close, and that one closed just below it, you go, I'm on the wrong side of this. You better get out. Trades through it again, comes back to further support, and continues down, because that's the one you want to look for to go higher, and it failed. You did not close above it. Anyway. Oil is reversing, he says. Let's have a look at oil. Oh yeah, I see you. Look for it to come back. If it comes back into here, first high, second high, third, fourth, work your way up. And 16 YM. What are you doing there, Derek? You just coming for this rejection block? Is that what you're looking for? Oh, you're looking for this one right here. Nice. Let's go, Derek. You'll get there, Derek. It'll get you. This might be the typical tease Derek. A few more hairs go gray before he gets it. You shorted it from 250. From 250. Well, from here. That's interesting. Is that what you were looking for? 4202? If you did, congratulations, man. Well done. So that's a nice little, these lows taken out. 1114. Nice rejection block. Look, I bet you're happy now. A little rejection block paid you right on the money. Good for you, man. Now you're sitting there peacocking around your office now, aren't you? Look at that. And you've seen those candles run back up again. You must be like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, it came all the way back to me, 250. Just another example of what you say and taught me many months ago. Take something at the rejection block. Indeed, my friend. Lambo would love to hear you echoing that right now. He loves he's learned that the rejection block is a source of income. So good for you, buddy. Well done. Well done. So the question now is, did we come back to 50% of that range? No, not quite. I was looking for an optimum trade entry. CAM model 2. Consolidation through it. CAM model 2 entry for a short. Is that a short though? Stand by. Oh. Yeah, that would have been a dodgy one. I usually say 50% of the equilibrium of that. So it's come back to the equilibrium 50%. Now you want to see this continue on the downside. So consolidation to consolidation. So as soon as you taps it right here. So from one to the other, there's the tap of the top right here. Fair value gap. So if it turns and starts leaving here and leaves that open, then you've got CAM model to CAM model, a quick exit from 254 to 229. If it comes through here and eats through this breaker right here, that little high was taken out right there with these guys. So if we can eat through that, get on the other side of this, we're going to go lower. If we find support at that, look at your CAM model 2, which is right there. There's a little fair value gap right in here. Look at that. Right here. So there's your CAM model 1 from here to here. That body smashed right on it. CAM model 2 is probably sitting right in here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Fair value gap. So if this was going long, Now that we've broken that high, see how we've come back in here and the bodies are closing right on it? So the wiggle room is right here. So you want to see that come back, find support at this because we took these lows out, but there's still lows down here yet. So we have a bullish reversal. Fair value got fill. Cam model 2 or cam model 1, I should say. Doesn't look like you're going to get to cam model 2 yet. We'll wait and see. Okay, there you go. There's the fill. Now we'll see where that closes in 1. Now you're going lower. Going lower. So there's your bear trap right there. They close you right on there. You see how it closed just a tad below it. That candle's high is 224. This candle's close is 222. So 2 below, I'm going lower. And there's your low. So now you can look for these here. So there's almost like a reload on your trade there, Derek. You got 250 to the rejection block. And then you can get 250 again to the rejection block. Lows taken. The consequent encroachment of that next fair value gap below us here. Oil didn't give us that return to, so you continue going higher. Look for this reversal here off this breaker. We come back right there on that breaker. That's a nice long there. So you got to get through here and get through this one here. Ideally, you want to see this confirmation for a long, getting above here and finding support off the top of this to go higher. I like the way they're bouncing off the top of the fair value gap there. That 4 hour fair value gap. That's nice. Just start pushing higher now. Mean threshold, yes it is. Oh, there you go. There's the reversal right there in Dow Jones. We traded above it here, back into it here. Perfect entry right there for a long. It looks like they're all kicking off now. You want to see this break-in structure above though. You want to see some sort of fair value gap stay open there. Wait for it to break structure here. If you jump too soon, you could end up getting, there's your reversal on the E-mini S&P right here. Going higher. If you've missed it, don't worry about it. Don't panic. Look for this breaker to get taken on the upside. Come back, find support at it, and then look for the liquidity pulls above you here. And this one is one of those ones where you got a short and a long. So in order to validate this one, yes, we've got the start of our reversal here, but you also have this one here, this bear trap. Or the bull trap. This is the bear trap. If we're going to go higher and also it reverses on you and slams back down, takes these lows out again, then you're on the wrong side. Just wait and see how that kind of pans out. What should here? Breaking structure. You need that to break structure as well. Not just if you're playing rejection block, you could pay yourself at the rejection block. If you got the short off or the long off of here, you can pay yourself a portion there. Because if that reverses, you'll see what Derek's been talking about. Or at least move yourself to break even. If you're anticipating a longer run, there, that's finally broken that structure here. So you got your reversal here. First profit. Now you want to see this come back and tag that. And you want to see this one tag here or here. We're going to close above here though, not just wick above. There you go. Just tapped it here. You want to go along there. And your stop will have to go. Unfortunately, it's got to go quite low on this one. Moving And that's not moving. That's the bottom of that. I don't want to see that get taken. I think this one's kind of a dodgy one. This could come back into here. I have to take it. I have to wait. Sweat it out. Request for peacocking granted. Well done, Derek. Okay, that's good. That's a go. That's a go. That's a go. Okay, I have a few more minutes with you guys, and then I'm out of here. Till tomorrow. For NASDAQ, ideally you want to see it break this high here. Be really bullish. We're just trying to capture a reversal here. That would be a break-in structure with it, so that'd be much more supportive of a long. I like this pushing higher. I like that supporting off of here. The bodies are respecting the breaker. I want to see that just start lifting now. Yeah. That's the line in the sand right there. I don't want to see it break below here. And it's already wicked below there. I don't want to see any lower than that. Well, those all got hit. I look now, it's trading all the way back through it again. Son of a bitch. I'm closing that one out. Too unstable. For this, for this, you want to be above it to go higher. This reversal, you got your objective if that's what you're looking for. Hit yourself at the first objective. I've been lecturing that all morning. Hit yourself at that first swing. So there, you got a reversal here. Body trades through it, comes back up inside it for a short. So this would be more short now. And we have this reversal here. So you've literally gone from premium to discount array inside that range here. See it right there? And then you're back up into this one now. So now where do you go? Continuation to go higher or continuation to go lower? You're right in the middle of the range, so you sit and wait right now. This one here, we have where was the reversal? Right here is the reversal. You come down because you're wondering what it was I was looking at, Joe. Or Russell, you're saying, what am I seeing? These are the ones I'm seeing. This reversal here for that high. And then if you miss it, key off of this one to go higher. So that's your order block that you want to make sure holds. And it is, and it went higher. But I don't like all the waffling. It should just take off from here. So get out of that one. This one here was just a bad entry altogether because there's no real reversal here. I tried to just key off this old order block here and go higher, and it beat me up because this reversal, this fair value gap here, I wanted that to hold price and it dropped below, took me out. So that just tells me that's got more low, the potential to go lower than go higher. So that one's off. This one here is going shorter now. This one here is flat, still supporting a higher. This one, these two are still supporting lower. Yeah, ES was the reversal here. Trade back into it right there. Aim for here. You get that. Or you take their fib tool from here and trade on the way up. It's a small run, so you probably want to just aim for the high. Or you not even take that because it's just a small range. But we're looking at it from a pure price action perspective, then that's the run. Rejection block, pay yourself at that. That would have paid you right there. Gave the people the highs there. Look for the reversal. As soon as you take a high, look for that little fair value gap there. And if it trades below it right here, then you go, great, now I'm on the wrong side of that. If I want to go long, close out your high, your longs here if you're already pulled back up to 50%. If you take that high out and you go, okay, I'm going to move to 50% of the range. And as soon as it trades back up or trades below this level, you start to go, I'm on the wrong side. Trades back into it, optimum level right there is the perfect entry for the short. If it trades above you again, comes back, then you again changing directions. There's your short there inside this range now. So pull your fib tool from here to here and trade on the way back down. That's how you trade consolidations. And you trade when you got a range that supports a premium array and a discount array in terms of fair value gaps using those. And you also have the breaker, that whole thing there that takes out that high midpoint, 50% order block. You want to see that hold price. If it doesn't, you're looking for lower prices. It should come back and find some support at that. It ate through it all the way, came back up, gave you your entry. Now we want to see this eat through the bottom of this and dig into this candle here. It just keeps staying on the horse there, Russell. This was bad entry altogether. But if you keep watching where price action is right now, these are bearish, bearish, bearish. And that's still technically bullish till it closes below this candle here and that candle there. If it closes below that, little break in structure to the downside, come back up, find support here and here, and this breaker that runs here and takes this out. You want to see that get traded back into for continuation on the short going down. I think that's it for me, folks. It's doing a lot of side stuff. Wait for after lunch now. 12 o'clock may take a run on these lows here and then get a reversal back into. Yeah, look for a run on these lows here for lunch. And see if there's a divergence that occurs between the three. This one takes the low. This one doesn't take the low if it comes back to the mean threshold. And this one doesn't take the low at all. Like it just keeps staying up high. And this was the sixth sister out of the bunch. These two have higher highs. This guy takes a lower low. That's my prediction, as it were. Yeah, I'd be looking for a buy, but I want to see that low get taken out and look for a decent reversal situation occurring. That one's still going higher. It's holding its bullishness. This one is still sitting in the middle, so there's nothing it's got other than this reversal here that the bodies are just trading below it. Now trading back above it again. So that little key level right there seems to be holding price. The bull is holding price. And this guy here went right to rejection block again. Literally bang, right there on the rejection. Did not take the lows. Tricky. Yeah, that's it for me. I'm not looking for anything right now. I'm waiting. Wait till after lunch. Go have a lunch. Go for a walk. And you may see this continue on the way down here today till 2 o'clock. We might have continual sell-off day till 2, and the rest of this, oops, sugar. Need it back in here and fix that up again. You may see this continue sell-off today. Wow. Yeah, there's more, way more down there. So we may see this continually sell off today and then get a reversal out of this tomorrow for a Thursday reversal. Yep. Let's just wait. Wait and see if you guys find something. Need threshold or consequent encroachment. That's my next objective. If we take this, that's my next objective. We'll see if we close below that level. Other than that, I'm out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel and you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. If you like it, hit the like button. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry the market wasn't as delicious for us this morning, but you definitely had some opportunities to get some shorts out of that this morning. And keep your stick on the ice. Be careful in the market right now. It's late and we've had a lot of the move already made today. So just look for the opportunity to see a decent reversal with a market structure break. You're going to need a market structure break with a change in direction and a swing, like a reversal swing. So it's going to take out a low. See a demonstrating on the wrong page here. Like it's got to take out a low, get a nice little fair value gap in here, break market structure, like break out one of these old breakers or something like that, a market structure break, and come in back into it, find some support, and away you go. For me to get really thinking about long again. Otherwise, keep supporting the short objectives. Look for optimum trade entries to continue on the short, on the downside, until proven otherwise. Other than that, I will see you guys. Yep, keep your stick on the ice, boys. and I will see you guys tomorrow. All the best.